Before we get started, I know it's been a while since I've done a shark card giveaway. Blame Rockstar for not adding any new vehicles into the game recently, but to prepare us for the Nightclub update, I'm going to be doing a $3.5 million shark card giveaway to sort of help you guys prepare. I'll be doing another even bigger one, probably a Megalodon $8 million shark card giveaway once the official release date is announced. But for now, this is just a little thank you to you guys for the continued support that you've been showing me. And again, this will be happening on my Twitter. If you're not following me on there, you probably should, because that's where I'll be announcing other shark card giveaways and the winner for this, which will be happening in a couple of days. But without the way, let's not waste any more time and let's jump into today's video. However, before we start, really quickly, I want to hear from you guys in the comments down below, or once you enter my shark card giveaway, you can tweet at me. I think that'd be pretty cool. What are you going to call your nightclub? I think I'm either going to go for the Malibu Club, which was the one in Vice City, or the Babylon Club from Scarface. I'm really not that creative, so I can't think of any good ones. I'm sure you guys will come up with some amazing ones. So if you can, let us know in the comments down below, or reach out to me on Twitter. You guys have come up with some incredible ones so far, and that'll be really exciting to see. Now, on that topic, I actually am hopeful we do get to name our nightclubs. I'm a little bit skeptical because we weren't able to name our bunkers or our facilities. They were just like facility at XYZ location. I'm really hoping it's not like industrial zone nightclub or like freezer warehouse nightclub. Like, I really hope you can name them, and then when you see them on the map, like, you see your name. But anyways, getting off topic, the first thing I want to discuss today is the release time for the nightclub update. And I'm going to give you guys some general tips and tricks as well. So we've touched on the release date, which I'll actually talk about another interesting fact a little bit later on, but let's talk about the release time. So regardless of what day the update comes out, we know for certain when the update is going to be coming out. All but one Grand Theft Auto Online DLCs have happened at this time. Now, traditionally, the update happens anywhere from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the day of the update. So for the West Coast of the United States, that's around 2 or 3 a.m. For most parts of Europe and the UK, that's around 10 or 11 a.m. What I'll do, though, is I will leave a time converter site in the description, and you guys can plug in 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. or 5:30 Eastern Time, and you can find out where you are in the world, whether you're in Australia or whether you're in some other part of the world. It really doesn't matter, but that is the time in which the update is going to be coming out. Now, you might be asking, what was that one update that didn't come out at around 5 or 6 a.m. Eastern Time? And that update was the Heist update. That actually came out at midnight Eastern Standard Time, which was 9 p.m. on the West Coast, and it was about 4 or 5 a.m. for you guys in Europe and the UK. Now you know how we feel having to wake up super early for these updates. So because the Heist update is the only one that's come out at that irregular time, I'm going to say that it's probably not going to be at midnight. It's going to be at that 5 to 6 a.m. time period. Now, it kind of depends on how Rockstar get the DLC ready to when they get it released. Sometimes it's earlier, sometimes it's later. You're really just going to have to wait and see. Like I said, sometimes the updates have come out super early, sometimes they have come out super late. Now, another thing to talk about, let's talk about which versions of the game are going to get it first. Now, traditionally, the Rockstar Warehouse version of the game gets the DLC first, shortly followed by the Xbox One, then the PlayStation 4, and Steam is typically the last platform that gets the update. Now, I don't know why this is the case. Maybe Xbox has an easier approving process than Sony. Maybe Steam has the most, difficult approving process. I'm really not too sure. The Rockstar Warehouse one coming first obviously makes the most sense because it's Rockstar. They don't have to approve it through anyone. So if you play the game on the Rockstar Warehouse version or the Xbox version, you're probably going to be in good shape as you'll get the update first, then shortly followed by the guys on the PS4, and then last but not least on the PC. Now, typically it's not like a huge wait. I think from when the first update gets out to the Rockstar Warehouse one to when the final one comes out on Steam, it's usually only like 30 or 45 minutes. So it's not that big of a deal. But if you are looking to get on and check out everything first, then obviously the Rockstar Warehouse one is going to be the one you go for. And if you're on console, Xbox is going to be the quickest. Now, some tips for you guys, because I'm sure not everyone is going to wake up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or whatever the time is. You need to make sure, at least for your consoles, they are set to have automatic downloads and that it's in rest mode. So if you have it set like this, if you hop on an hour or two later, the update will automatically be downloaded. And when you turn on your console, you won't have to wait, however long it takes for the DLC to come out. I don't know how good your guys' internet are. And even if you have really great internet, if you're on Xbox or if you're on PS4, sometimes the consoles have a difficult time, downloading the updates. They're almost sort of restricted a little bit. Even from Steam and stuff like that. Even if your internet's great, you never know with an update like this. Now, there's a good chance that this DLC update size will be around 1 gigabyte. So once again, it doesn't matter how quick or slow or fast your internet is. You want to make sure you give your console the plenty of time it needs to download that. And another thing to think about, and I recently sort of checked in on this because I just upgraded to a PlayStation 4 Pro, make sure you've got enough space as well. It would be really unfortunate if you set everything up, you put your console in rest mode to automatic downloads, but then you didn't have enough space to download the update. And when you got home from school or work or whatever the case is, it said, update not available because you didn't have enough space. That'd be a huge buzzkill. So you certainly don't want to do that. That's a good thing to check before the DLC itself actually comes out. Now, one thing that's going to be out of your guys' control, hopefully this is not the case, because we know this is going to be a pretty big update. I'm really hoping that the Rockstar servers are able to hold up. So the worst example of this was when the import-export update came out. The servers pretty much broke. It was a disaster. If you guys were around back then and you watched my live stream when the update came out, you'll know that like half of that live stream, I was just sitting in lobbies trying to get to a new one because the servers were down. And when the servers are down, you can't buy any of the new vehicles. You obviously can't do any of the import-export missions. That was the thing at the time. So it was really difficult and it was very frustrating. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully Rockstar worked out all of their server kinks, and when the DLC itself comes out, we won't have to deal with any of that. But just prepare for something like that. We already know how inconsistent Rockstar servers are, and when they release a big update, you never know what that'll do to them. So just sort of prepare for the worst. Hopefully that's not the case, but I've been around for enough GTA DLCs that typically when the updates come out, the servers are not the smoothest. This seems like a silly thing to check, but because this update is likely going to have us doing the majority of the nightclub stuff in public lobbies, Rockstar always limit the business stuff to public sessions. Make sure you check on where your last spawn location is, because you might play in friend sessions or invite-only sessions, and if you spawn somewhere up in Paleto Bay, when there's no one in the lobby, then it's no problem to get to your CEO office. But if there's 30 people in the lobby that all have weaponized vehicles and whatnot, that might be a problem. So check where your last spawn location is. I typically always have mine set to my CEO office because it's easy to access, import-export missions, cargo missions, and we know for a fact that the nightclubs are primarily going to be in the city only. So I think this is perfectly fine. The bunkers were landlocked to Paleto Bay and Blaine County. So were the facilities. So I think it's totally cool if the nightclubs are only in Los Santos. So you're going to be in the city anyways. You might as well spawn in there when the update itself comes out. Now, speaking of the update coming out, let's talk about the potential release date once again. So this is coming from Mach 1 Bud, who put this on the GTA forum site, and it's interesting because it kind of goes against what I think, because QA beta has not been updated. Maybe QA beta doesn't need to be updated. Who really knows? But this is his theory. So in case you guys don't know, Rockstar, for the most part, and this is really scary, by the way, they pretty much go 91 days between updates. So this update has been an exception. We are way past that from the start of Southern San Andreas to whenever this nightclub update comes out. But there's been like 4 or 5 updates that have been 91 days apart. So for whatever reason, Rockstar really loves that date. So RDR2 comes out on October 26th. Now, 91 days before that is July 27th, which is a Friday. We typically don't see, in fact, we've never seen a Grand Theft Auto Online update come out on a Friday, except for like holiday updates like Halloween or something like that. But the main updates we've never seen on a Friday. So that's July 27th. Now, I can assume that Rockstar is going to want to buffer between GTA content and the release of RDR2. Like, we're not going to get a drip feed car and the next day RDR2 is going to come out. That's not going to be the case. So the way the last update worked, they released drip feed cars every 2 weeks. So I'm going to assume that there will be 2 weeks between the last drip feed vehicle or last drip feed content and the release of Red Dead Redemption 2. So if the update were to release on July 10th, which is a date a lot of people are talking about, the drip feed would end on October 9th, a Tuesday, which is exactly 91 days after July 10th. And then RDR2 would have about 2.5 weeks to release later on the 26th. So there's no guarantee there, but that does match up quite nicely. Again, the only problem with that is QA beta hasn't been updated. Is July 10th too soon? I think really time is going to tell here. And I think the big decider will be if Rockstar give us any information this week as far as new details or trailer or screenshot or whatever the case might be. And if they do that, hopefully they clarify the release date there so we no longer have to play this massive guessing game. But that's really all the information I've got for you guys in this video today. Some details on the release time, release date, some tips and tricks I can give you about being prepared when the update itself actually comes out, and a whole lot more. Like I said, let me know in the comments down below, what are you going to be calling your nightclub though when it is added into the game? I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.